There's a signal from another world, a wayward transmission adrift between dimensions, a frequency not found on any normal radio dial. I never believed it was possible until I found the radio on a dirt road in the Pine Barrens. It broadcasts from a reality like our own, but uncanny. Familiar landscapes and places, but through a dream, through a nightmare. You're now a part of the Lost Signal Society.
You see, Emilia, it's part potency, part odor. But also you have to find a variety of garlic that has a long shelf life. That's where storage and handling come in, which I will cover in lesson 82. Hey, Emilia, put that down. You can't take a bite of an apple and put it back.
I don't like it.
Oh, that's quite good, Piccolina. If the customer do not like the apple must be rotten. I throw it out.
Hello, Valerio.
Ciao, Signor Ferguson. Hey, little girl here, try this one. It's from a farm right here in New York.
Now that's an apple.
That is the top of the house, young lady.
Valerio, I've brought Emilia down here to show her where I get the best garlic in all of New York City.
Peccato. You never seem to eat it, Ferguson. He buy all this garlic and he never eat. You like garlic, Emilia?
Yuck.
Americans, I have no taste. Anyway, Ferguson, you want the usual 10 pounds of elephant garlic.
Actually, Valerio, this week I was hoping you'd have something a little stronger, a little bit more potent.
Ah, certo, I see. Meet me by my truck in 5 minutes. Michela, I go have secret meeting with Ferguson. You watch the register.
Come, Emilia.
Mr. Ferguson, why do vampires like garlic? And I don't like garlic. Does that mean I'm secretly a vampire?
No, Emilia, you wouldn't know if you were a vampire. Garlic is long believed across many cultures to have curative effects. Many different civilizations have used garlic as herbal remedies, and indeed, modern nutritionists often cite the positive effects it has on the human immune system. Regarding the relationship between vampires and garlic, occultists disagree wildly on the origin. It is unclear whether vampires always had an aversion to garlic or whether it's Hey, Emilia, where did you go?
Uh-oh.
Hey, that little girl just knocked over my tomato pyramid. Hey, little girl, come back here and clean this up.
Oh, dear.
Oh yeah, Pterodactyl here, back on the air. That last track was for all you creatures of the night out there lurking in the shadows. All you unsung anti-heroes, the kids who go unseen, stalking the halls. We have a very, 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 very special guest in here. Ladies and gentlemen, vampires and vampiras, Frankensteins and brides of creatures and creaturettes. I could not be more delighted to tell you about who I have in the studio. How about you, Raptor?
Oh yeah, Tara, this is one bad mother sucker.
This guy. He is the real deal. He is the godfather, the original Prince of Darkness. I'm gonna say he's the King of Darkness. Recently back from a most unholy slumber, here he is, straight from the motherland, Transylvania. Count Calverius. Welcome to the show, baby doll.
Thank you, Miss Dactil.
That's Ms. to you, honey. So, Calverius, long time you've been asleep. Good morning, baby.
It is nighttime, yes?
Love this guy. Okay, you tell me, are you digging the modern world?
I don't really understand much. All of these metal objects in everyone's face, and these torn clothing, the colorful hair, and the music. Ugh, what horrible music they make.
That's rock and roll, baby.
What?
It's the music of the time, sort of an FU to the establishment. I'm sure you were a rock and roller of your time in your way.
I was a count.
You know, you never played in that capitalist consumer agenda. You were a renegade. Screw you to the man. If you don't like it, you can shove a stake up your own rear end. Ha!
I was a count with a magnificent estate in the Vratna Dolinda in the Carpathian Mountains.
Yeah, that's right. Super cool. Well, I just gotta tell you, as a kid reading about you, I always painted you as a monster. But I knew that this guy, just way ahead of his time. But beautiful thing about vampirism is, if you're just ahead of your time, You wait, and time just catches up to you. Can I get an amen, brother?
I don't pray. I'm not a religious person.
Yeah, I know. It's just... So you're back. Times they have changed. It's cool to be a vampire. What's first for Calverius?
I want to suck dry the bodies of a dozen fair virgins and reform my unholy empire of darkness. No virgin will be spared. I will pray and stalk the night, striking fear into the hearts of fair maidens everywhere. Every dark corner will elicit fear in the...
We're gonna go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back in a second. This is WNOZ The Noise! Alright, listen, man. That talk about stalking women in dark alleys and sucking their bodies dry in the Empire of Darkness or whatever, you gotta scale that back. Stalking women is not cool.
I am not understanding. You said the vampires are cool. This is what I used to do.
They are cool, man. They are, but it's not like that. Vampires today are not predatory. They're peaceful. Just be yourself, and believe me, women will love you.
I have been myself. Last night, I flew into a window of a lovely girl I saw on Fifth Avenue. She awoke as I leaned in to suck her juicy neck, and she screamed and pushed me away.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's technically home invasion and sounds a little bit like sexual assault.
I've tried with these nighting clubs. No women will dance with me, and the music is so loud.
Okay, first off, your style, the cape, the tuxedo, the weird slick back hair, the medallion, it's all pretty old-fashioned. I recommend getting yourself some new thread. Second off, it's not enough to be a vampire anymore. Vampires are everywhere, and for every vampire, there's at least a dozen Vamposers. You gotta have something that sets you apart, a shtick, you know? They're vampire rock stars, models, congressmen, painters, scientists, vampire freaking priests, if you can believe that. What did you do in your past life?
What did I do? Well, I was, I just sort of scared people. I don't know. I was a count.
Right, with an estate in the whatever, whenever, and the who gives a mountains. And can you lose the cheesy accent?
What are you meaning?
Look, man, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but if you want to feel relevant, maybe you should think about coming up with an act.
Like music. Marianne's boyfriend is a musician. Maybe I can be one too.
Do you play an instrument?
As a child in the 16th century, I was a chimpoi protégé.
Okay, you know what? I would say find something other than music. We are coming back on the air, and no more creepy stalker. Okay, we're back with Count Calverius here. So, Calverius, other than the obvious, what are some really huge differences you've seen from coming back?
I have noticed that many more Negroes and women are in the workforce.
We're gonna go to a song, ladies and gentlemen.
What are we doing here, Mr. Ferguson?
Shh, inside voices, Emilia.
What are we doing in a church?
Shh, quiet. Here comes a priest.
Professor Ferguson, how are you, my friend?
Hello, Father. I present to you my student, Emilia.
Hello, my dear.
Hi.
What will it be, Ferguson? Need me to bless a few more gallons of the old H2O?
More like a truckload, my old friend. I have it parked up front.
A truckload? What are you doing, going after Stefan DeLarge? Oh, dear. You'll be crucified in the media.
The right thing to do isn't always the popular thing to do. Father, your friend Jesus Christ said that.
Did? I mean, I sort of guess. I will check my prayer book.
He's giving you water?
Holy water, my dear. It is water that has been blessed by a priest.
What's blessed mean?
It means it has been sanctimoniously cleansed. Catholics use it for purification. That basin you saw me dab my fingers into when I entered the church, that is holy water.
Can I drink it?
Can you? No, you cannot drink
I bet it tastes really good.
Don't drink it, Emilia. Listen, there are several items that every good vampire hunter must possess. Garlic, a crucifix, and holy water.
I heard that vampires can not only turn into bats, but they can turn into dogs and then can turn into wolves. And is that true?
Listen, Emilia, and listen closely. You've probably heard a lot about vampires. There's a lot of misinformation out there. You'll hear things like Vampires hate garlic. They are repelled by crucifixes. They cast no reflection. The only way to kill a vampire is by exposing it to sunlight and driving a stake through its heart or cutting off its head. Now pay close attention to me, Emilia. It's all true. All of it. But most importantly, what I want you to always remember is, despite what happens in the next few days, all vampires are evil. All of them. Do not be fooled by what you read about in the news or see on TV. They are the most vicious, heartless fiends you'll ever come across.
Marianne, my eternal love. Marianne, you are not very tan. I am not a hairy man. I'll take you to the fairyland. Marianne, my eternal love. Perfect. The Stefan is not the only one who is carrying a tune.
So, Professor Ferguson, where are we going now?
To the occult section of the New York Public Library. I've typed up a copy of your syllabus here. You'll start with the Volume 1 of the Encyclopedia Vampirica, which will also serve as your foundational base for the rest of the material.
So, if you can only kill a vampire with a stake through a heart or sunlight, what happens if you cut a vampire in half? Like a magician?
What?
I mean, like, are they like worms? Do they regenerate and two vampires come out? Or do they put themselves back together?
My dear, you have quite the imagination.
If you stab a vampire, does it leave a scar?
No, the only scar tissue you can leave on a vampire is when using a faith-based weapon, like holy water or a crucifix. They are simply resistant to any other form of attack.
Does the same go for werewolves? What about mummies?
Oh, no. Each fiend must be treated separately. No one principle can be applied as an umbrella term for all. Thus, one must study.
Hello, and welcome to Castle Apartments. Sir, how can I help you today?
Good evening. I am here to visit Madame Marianne Dumont and Master Stefan DeLarge.
Okay, sir. I don't seem to have a note from them that they're expecting visitors. What's your name?
I am Count Calverius.
Sorry, sir. I know you're probably a huge fan, but I can't let you up. You can go outside with all the other fangirls and wait.
But I have known Marianne for an eternity. She is my one true love.
I'm sure she makes you feel that way, but sorry, can't let you up. Please excuse me, sir. I must answer the phone.
You're him, aren't you?
What?
You are Count Calverius. The Count Calverius. I'm your biggest fan.
Excuse me.
I heard you were back. I even heard you were in New York, but I never thought I'd see you up close. I mean, I'm looking at a time traveler here. I've read everything there is about you. I've read all about your battles with Eastwood Fergusan. I made a mini documentary about you for my influential historical figures project. Dracula has nothing on you.
Thank you.
My name is Ricky Hidalgo. It's such an honor to meet you.
Yes, well, have a nice day, Ricky.
I love your style, man. You know, I want to be a vampire too one day, and once I am, I'm not going to do this leather jacket, greased hair. That stuff's so trendy. I'm going to don a cape and tux just like you. You really originated that style.
Well, it is to be expected of a noble count.
The other kids at school call me a Vamposer because technically I have never been bitten, but I do a lot of things a vampire does. I even sleep in a coffin. I built it myself. If I didn't have school, I'd sleep all day and be out at night, but soon Stefan will turn me into a vampire and then I'll be able to quit school and I can do my own thing. I'm going to be a film director and make movies about vampires, but not horror movies. We don't see enough vampires.
What did you say?
The other kids at school call me a Vamposer.
No. You said Stefan would turn you into a vampire. Do you know Stefan?
Yeah, he's my cousin. Well, sort of. Fourth cousin. And I'm one of his roadies. Well, during his New York shows, I started the official Pale Faces fan club. Stefan says soon I'll have proven myself and he'll turn me into a vampire.
Is Marianne Dumont up there with Stefan?
I don't think so. She rarely comes around.
Do you think you can get me up there? I am an old friend of Marianne's.
Are you kidding me? You are flippin' Count Calverius, the original. You are royalty. Stefan would be honored to see you. I can get you up there for sure. No problemo. Don't worry, Jerry. He's with me. Their place is on the 38th floor. Wait till you see the view. I guess you can get a view like that anytime you want, though. You just have to fly. But until I become a vampire myself, it's all I got. Stefan's gonna be so psyched to meet you. This is us.
They might have the day.
He's working on his music.
We have the
He's
night.
usually in the zone when he does this. We should
Yeah,
be
they might
quiet.
have the
Let me
day,
go in
but
first
the
and
night
wait here.
belongs to us.
Stefan?
Honey, he might have the day, but baby, we've got the night.
Stefan?
Yeah, they might have the light, but we're doing all right.
Stefan!
Go! Jesus Christ, don't sneak up on a person like that, Ricky. I asked you not to disturb me while I'm practicing.
I'm sorry, Stefan. I have a surprise for you.
What, Ricky?
Close your eyes.
Come on, Ricky.
Please, you're really going to like this.
Okay, whatever.
No peeking.
Just hurry up, Ricky. I don't have time for this.
Okay, you can come out now. Okay, Stefan, you can open them.
Oh, what? I mean, who is this, Ricky?
This is
I am
Count...
Count Calverius from the Vratna Dolina in the Carpathian Mountains.
This is the Count Calverius. He was like the you of his time.
Hi, yep. Nice to meet you, Mr. Calverius.
Count.
What?
Count Calverius. It is an honorific title bestowed upon me for my services rendered to the noble family in the Vratna Dolina.
Yeah, got it. Can I offer you a blood shake?
Is Marianne here?
She's out.
Always they're socialing butterflies.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I respect you a great deal, but I'm a very busy man. I have to ask you to leave.
Stefan, man. This is Count Calverius. He's the original bad vampire.
Ricky, you shouldn't have brought someone here without asking me first.
Where is Marianne?
She's out at rehearsal or something, man.
I thought you'd like this, Stefan.
What I'd like is to be left alone so I can work. I'm an artist, goddammit.
I cannot feel her scent.
What, man?
Marianne, I do not detect her scent. I am detecting microwaved burritos and a confection called Sour Patched Kids.
Look, man, I really respect you. I do, but I'm sort of in the zone here, so I need to ask you to leave.
Sorry, Stefan.
You know what, Ricky? I really don't think I can trust you after this. Thanks for all your work, but I'm going to have to ask you not to come around here anymore.
What?
Sorry, Ricky. This isn't going to work out. I'll see you at Thanksgiving.
But I've done everything you've ever asked me to do. You were going to convert me.
You just aren't cut out for this life. Please, show yourselves out.
Why don't we just move into the library already? These books are so heavy.
Nonsense, my dear. When I was your age, I'd read more than twice that amount. I'd spend weeks at a time in the library, sometimes without seeing or speaking with anyone. And, as you can see, I turned out just fine.
Yeah, when am I gonna get to fight a real monster?
Not for a long time, my child. What kind of adult would I be if I put a 12-year-old girl in the path of a vampire? Is your father home?
No, like I said, he's away for a couple of days. He does this every month.
Where does he go exactly?
I don't know, he just had my brother watch us.
Well, Emilia, I just want you to know that if there's ever any trouble, knock on my door. Okay?
Okay. Good night, Professor Ferguson.
Good night, Emilia.
Strange machines, these guitars. Frankly, I don't see the appeal. Now the
He
chimpoy.
just fired me. I don't understand. I've done everything he's ever asked me to do. This is my whole life.
Oh, but there must be some more that you can do.
Kids at school rip on me because I dress like this, but I'm not a real vampire. You know, everyone acts like how vampirism is all about acceptance, but it's really just another popularity contest. Most people don't get what it's really about. They just do it because they want to be cool. They're the real Vamposers.
You know, being a vampire is not always so great. It's exhausting sometimes. Lately, I have been wishing I hadn't been resurrected at all. I have no recollection of what it was like while I was gone. No dreams, no nightmares, nothing. Only a vague feeling. A feeling I have never felt as a vampire. It was peace. Being a vampire now in this world, it's strange. It's always been strange. For all the power it always brings an eternal dissatisfaction.
Yeah, well, welcome to my world. Eternal dissatisfaction. I just wish I was good at something.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us, Ricky. You really want to be a vampire?
It's all I ever really wanted.
I'll never be the great Count Calverius again. Not in this world. Not as long as Stefan DeLarge is the most popular vampire. I'll never win Marianne back as long as Stefan DeLarge is around. I need him eliminated.
You mean... You can't mean no. What?
He just fired you. You owe him nothing.
Yeah, but I don't want to... You are talking about killing another vampire. That's... Vampicide.
Eastwood Fergusan is right. I can't believe I'm saying this, but vampirism may be popular now, but it is evil and unsustainable. It is only a matter of time before the Earth's population tips towards the vampires and they start warring together.
Eastwood Fergusan? That old anti-vampire? What does he have to do with this?
We're going to eliminate Stefan.
Oh, Jesus, you're a traitor! You're a traitor, man! I looked up to you!
Listen, Ricky, you've worked with Stefan. You know his routine, you know his habits. You can be very useful to us. And if you help me do this, I'll personally make your wish come true.
Next question. What are the 3 phases of transformation that occur before one is fully a vampire?
I don't know. I didn't think this would be so much like school.
Emilia, these are facts you must fully understand before you can ever truly come face to face with a monster.
You're sucking all the fun out of this. You're a fun vampire.
Whoever said this was supposed to be fun?
Yeah!
You keep studying. I'm going to keep quizzing you when I get back. Hello, this is Eastwood Fergusan. I thought I told you never to call me on this line. Yes, I am still on board. Tonight, I see. Where? Okay, Emilia, I think we'll call it a day. Take your books back to your apartment and we'll continue your studies tomorrow.
Where are you going?
I have to go see someone.
Can I come?
No.
Are you gonna go fight monsters? Let me come!
No, dear, I am not going to go fight monsters.
Come on!
And if I were, I would not bring you.
Oh, Mr. Ferguson!
Listen, Emilia, I am not about to put a child in danger. I'll bring you out into the field when the time is right.
So you are going to fight monsters?
I said no, Emilia.
Ferguson, my friend.
Still not friends, Calverius. Who's this?
I'm Richard.
This is Ricky.
I thought we said it would just be the 2 of us.
Ferguson, Ricky can help us. Up until today, Ricky was employed by our mutual enemy, Stefan DeLarge.
Is that right?
And he has agreed to help us destroy Stefan.
Yeah, but I ain't like you, you know. I'm not a murderer.
Ricky, that's no way to treat a co-conspirator.
What's in it for you, Ricky?
That's Richard to you. Count Calverius has promised to make me a vampire.
Wonderful. What can you tell us about Stefan's lair? His routine, if possible. I'd like a detailed description of his penthouse, blueprints, ideally, and very importantly, window dimensions.
we're going to do this at his place?
These days, you have to be really careful about killing a vampire in the open. You can get the chair for that. It's better if you do it in someplace less conspicuous.
Hey, I'm Mark. I'm your waiter today. Can I get you anything to start to drink?
Just the water for me.
Blood... water.
I'll have a Bloody Mary. I'm only kidding. I'm not 21. Water's fine.
Coming right up.
I don't know, man, about doing this at his place. What if somebody recognizes me?
You won't be going in, so that won't be your problem. You might just have to get us in.
What is your plan, Ferguson?
Well, back in the 50s, I'd go about this with a stake to the heart, but we have to be a little less obvious now. We have to make it look like there was no foul play at all. There's something I've always wanted to try. A simple plan, really. I call it the time swap. Ricky here will manage a way to get us into the apartment, and we'll change the clocks. If we switch Stefan's alarm clock back 1 hour, he'll wake in the late afternoon while the sun is still out. He'll get out of his coffin, pulls the curtain, and zap! Sizzled into ash by our good friend Apollo.
Ooh, that is diabolical.
It's clean.
It won't work.
What?
I've, done that before. Not on purpose, of course. It was daylight savings or whatever. I was supposed to turn Stefan's clock forward 1 hour, but I completely forgot. He woke up with the alarm, and the sun was still out. When I found out what I had done, I raced to tell him, but I got there just in time to see him pull the curtain. The sun rays hit him, but he didn't react.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no burns, nothing.
These modern vampires must have acquired an immunity to the sunlight. Fascinating. Vampire evolution.
Was that your only plan, Ferguson?
Well, no, there is, of course, the water switch. Ricky, tell me something. I've seen Stefan on the commercials for Evian bottled water. Does he in fact drink it?
He has a whole fridge full of it.
Perfect. We'll swap it out for blessed Evian water. One direct sip and he's fried.
You are a sadistic man, Ferguson.
There is simply the question of implementation. Calverius, you perhaps are the most suited to enter clandestinely into the apartment. You could fly in and carry a case of water.
No way am I going anywhere near that holy water. Are you mad?
Well then, I guess I will just have to do it. But you'll have to let me in from the inside. I'll just have to figure out a way to get past security.
Let me take care of that. The security guard owes me one.
Did you tell anyone else we were meeting? Calverius? Ricky?
No one.
You are my only friend.
Still not friends. I feel as if we are being watched. That young man out there on the bench with the fedora and the goatee, he's been watching us. Ricky, is that one of Stefan's men?
I've never seen him before in my life.
I will be getting to the bottom of this.
No, Calverius, wait!
It's a spy! Get him, Calverius!
Young Ricky, that doesn't look like a spy. That's Emilia! Emilia, what are you doing here? Calverius, stay away from her.
I wanted to see how you worked. I'm tired of reading books and getting lectures.
Who is this child?
Stay away from her, Calverius. That was a very dangerous thing you did. You could have been seriously... Calverius, please give us a minute. Look, child, I know you are eager, but this business is not a game. You can get seriously hurt, or worse.
I just wanted to see monsters up close. Is he one?
Yes, well, he was once. I don't know what he is anymore.
He looks sad, and I don't think he looks that scary.
Psst, Ricky, I've been watching reruns of Cheers. That Ted Danson, I'd love to suck his blood.
Oh, I love Ted Danson. Yeah, one day.
No, I suppose he doesn't look scary. It's late, and I can't send you home on your own. Tonight's the night we, never mind. Come inside a moment. Emilia's arrival threw a little kink in our plans. The new plan was relatively simple. Calverius would enter the apartment through simple means of aerobatics. He'd disarm the security guard in a non-harmful way. We made him assure us, and he'd let me in with the holy water to make the swap. I charged the young lad Ricky with taking Emilia home.
Any troubles with the guards?
None.
Pays to be a vampire sometimes.
Shh. Let's get this over with. We'll find where he stashes his water, and... This is a strange lair for a vampire. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's so...
Normal.
So, Emilia, why are you hanging out with that old hack Ferguson?
He is not a hack.
Please. All that stuff about vampires being the manifestation of evil, it's so outdated.
He doesn't just fight vampires. He fights werewolves and mummies and all sorts of creatures. And in his apartment, there's a bone fossil from the creature from the Black Lagoon.
That thing was nothing. Just a mutated frog.
Okay, so why do you want to be a vampire?
You live forever?
I think vampires won't be so cool in a few years. They're just very trendy right now. Especially with all the Vamposers.
I'm not a Vamposer.
I didn't say you were.
Besides, I'm gonna be a different kind of vampire. Like a real rock and roll vampire. I'm gonna have loads of tattoos covering my arm. Look, I already have a few.
Those are cool. But I don't think vampires can have tattoos.
Something felt entirely off as Calverius and I moved our way through the apartment. Usually one could sense an ominous odor of the macabre when in the presence of a vampire. I sensed nothing.
What was that?
I'm not sure. It sounded like someone sleeping. It also smells like burritos in here.
Right? I think it's this way into the bedroom.
We must be careful not to be exposed.
It could be Marianne.
My God, is this where he sleeps?
It's night. Why is he sleeping?
What's going on? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Of course vampires can have tattoos. What are you talking about?
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Not if what Professor Ferguson told me is true.
Sure, it makes sense. Stefan has one. It's not out in the open, but I once caught a glimpse of it. It's on his stomach.
Professor Ferguson said that vampires can't have scars unless they're touched by something holy. So if you caught one...
Ferguson also still thinks vampires die if they touch sunlight, so I wouldn't count on what he says as gospel truth.
Oh my God. Ricky, I just thought of something. We have to go back there now.
I remember you. You came here before. And you're that vampire slayer.
The power of Christ compels you. You can't resist the mystical forces of the cruciform.
Put that wretched thing away, Ferguson.
Oh, yeah. Put that thing away. Don't you know it's like kryptonite to us?
Where is Marianne?
She's not here.
What have you done with her, you creature of the night?
Nothing. Are you two gonna hurt me?
What kind of response is that?
Enough. Let's end this, Calverius, and be gone.
Is that a stake? No, please. Stay away. Please don't hurt me, man. Look, there's something you gotta know. No, please.
Professor Ferguson, stop!
Emilia!
He's not a vampire.
What?
He has a tattoo. And I heard Ricky say earlier he's unaffected by sunlight.
Nonsense. Watch.
What was that, man?
Holy water.
Oh, right. Oh, my skin! Ow!
The little girl was right.
You aren't a vampire?
What the hell?
You said that vampires can't be hurt, Professor Ferguson, and he has a tattoo. A tattoo is a scar. Just ask him to lift up his shirt.
You guys are crazy. You're crazy. I'm the most famous vampire in the world.
Then you should be destroyed. Only a stake through the heart.
No. Okay. Please don't hurt me. Look, you're all right. Technically, I'm not a vampire.
A Vamposer.
It was all a marketing idea. Our band's manager came up with it. It was just to sell records.
Where is Marianne?
Stop asking me. I do not know. She doesn't really want to be with me. It's a publicity stunt to boost her own career. Dating the most famous rock star in the world.
Does she know that
Of course she knows. She's a vampire. Any good vampire would have figured that out.
All this time, man. That's why you wouldn't convert me.
Shut up, Ricky.
If Marianne is a vampire, why not have her convert you? Why this charade?
Look, no offense to your friend Count Chocula here, but being a vampire doesn't seem like any fun to me. It just seems sad. So now what?
Now, we leave you, and you are going to come clean about your mortality. Vampire or not, masquerading as one and inspiring young people to want to be a vampire is just as harmful.
No, man, that's my livelihood. I'll be finished.
Come on, all. Let's leave this young man to his sleep. Calverius, I guess this means... Where did he go?
He must have gone out that open window.
That was the last I saw of Calverius. I know he is out there still, a true vampire, stalking the night. I figured I'd give him a few days before I finish what we started decades ago.
In the music world today, Stefan DeLarge, lead singer of the rock band The Palefaces, has announced that he is undergoing an experimental procedure that would convert him back to a normal human being. DeLarge has reportedly renounced vampirism, saying that he wants to go back to being what he always was, first and foremost, a rock and roll star. In the sports world today, the Yeti has broken the home run record with 10 in one.
Coming! Learn some patience, child. Why, you're early.
I'm gonna learn about werewolves now. What kills them? Is each werewolf different? What kind of powers do they have? Can they maybe only transform like half their body so the top is a werewolf and the bottom is a human, or the bottom is human and the top is a werewolf? How do they get like stuff into their mouths because the teeth are so long? And also, if they can't wear silver, what if they're wearing a silver necklace and then they transform? And then would it burn them or would it become part of them? Also, is it true that you have to have billions of people in the world today? Everyone trying to get in our way. Hey, hey, you know there's nothing that will keep us apart. Not life or death, no, the gods in the stars. We'll see the world change, but we'll stay the same. The suns are fading, but our love's still aflame. And when it's just us, then we won't feel ashamed. They tried to stop us, but we overcame. We're dead but not gone. We're dead but not gone. We're dead but not gone. But we're carrying on.
Hello. You've been listening to the Season 1 finale of Lost Signal Society. When the radio first found us, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to be its caretakers. But with the talent and support of our amazing cast, musicians, friends, and family, the radio crackled to life again and again. We're stewards of this spark, this magic, this idea. Everyone gathers round and conjures this thing. I mean that. It's truly the closest to what it is. And of course, we want to thank you, especially those who are subscribers. Without the listener, there's no tale. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Not only will you be the first to know about when our next season premieres, but you won't miss out on any special announcements along the way. You can also stay connected via Instagram @Lost Signal Society or on Twitter @LostSignalSOC and help others catch the signal by sharing this program on your social media. As you all know, running a podcast costs money, so if you'd like to show financial support for the program or the wonderful actors, you can do so via the PayPal donation link at the bottom of our webpage, LostSignalSociety.com. All donations go directly to the production of Season 2. Those interested in advertising with this program or with other questions can reach us via email, LostSignalSociety@gmail.com. Thanks so much for listening, and stay tuned. You never know what signal that old radio might catch.